So I'm sitting here prepping for the event that's coming up on July 19th from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. at Martinsburg, West Virginia High School. And I'm trying to decide whether or not I ought to hang a sample pair of earrings on the outside, like I did here. I think it really shows what's in it, and I kind of like it that way. The only problem I had was I couldn't put a sample pair at the bottom, so what I did was I put them right there in the middle. I think that's going to work okay. I also have some that I did like this because I got 3 different tiers of it. So I got the sample on the outside angles. And then I have this one here that's going to be like that. I haven't got them set exactly yet. It's still 2 weeks away. But I'm just playing with the idea of putting the sample on the outside. I think it reflects well. And it will reflect well in the sunlight, the glass beads and the reflection of them to make it beautifully and shine, and it'll definitely show off the sterling silver hooks. And I think it's going to be a great idea. I think that's the way I'm going to go with it. I've got a bunch of sporting keychains I got to figure out what I'm going to do with yet. I realized once I got the baby section together that I really need some more baby stuff. That's the only side I have for baby besides one keychain, which is really odd to me because I know I've made more than that. So I've got to take a search around and see where the rest of my baby stuff is. I might have put it in a designated area and just don't remember where it's at. I'm getting old, so. But that's what I'm working on. I'm working on getting everything together. I've got like a bunch of glass animals I'm going to be working on. So I'm going to make an animal section. This is some of the sporting stuff I'm working on. These are all keychains for sporting events. And then I just sorted all these, and these are all like gothic type things I'm going to be putting in a designated area. I'm trying to get everything sorted by types, so that way when they're looking in that one particular section, they see exactly what's in that section. Besides earrings, earrings is a little bit harder because a lot of them are one of a kind, and I'm debating on what to do with my one of a kind earrings. I just don't know what to do with them. I don't want to put them in a stand like this. These I have multiple ones of. They may be different colors, but they all on the base of, they all have the little cups, or they all have, these are all identical, the little ducky ones there, but they all have the little onesie, or they all have the little bottle. So even though they may look a little bit different, that's the, main item for it is the charm is all identical. Over here, these are actually all identical except for maybe the dragonflies. I've got different colors of the dragonflies. But otherwise, these are all spiders. These are all from the tiger ones that I did. And these are all butterflies, even though they may be different colors. They're all butterflies. So those are all identical. So I think that would be fine, besides just a color difference. And I think I like it like that better than just having them in there like this, where you can't really see what's in it unless you pick one up every time to look at them, you know what I mean? So I think that's going to be okay. I'm just trying to figure out, like, these are short. These would hang perfectly fine right there. But these are long. These are our fairy earrings. And these are long. So I would want these up high. But then are they going to stand in front of the other set? You know what I mean? So I'm trying to decide on how to do that. Where some of them are, these are all different kinds, but they're all the same bias based on just different colors. These are all different colors up here. So, but I think it's going to look okay. I mean, I just have to figure out what I'm going to do. I debated on just putting a card like this on the outside, but I don't like that. I think that would easily fall off, where the other ones like this, I think I could easily put a piece of tape or something behind it and hold them in place. I don't want to glue them on, because then if somebody wants that actual pair, I want to be able to take it off and sell it to them. And I think because it's a vendor event, I'm going to go with $10 a pair. 2 for $18 or 3 for $24. I think that's the price I'm going on. It's not set in stone yet, but I think that's what I'm going to do. Since they are sterling silver all glass beads, there's no shipping involved or anything like that, no packaging. So I'm able to give them for a more reasonable price, even though they are expensively made. I mean, I don't, go about on cheap items. I don't use plastic on them. I use sterling silver unless they're gold tone. I don't use, gold plated or anything like that. But most of mine are all sterling silver hooks and all glass beads. And if there's anything on there that isn't, I do specify, and I will specify when they're looking at them that, there's a difference in those. Like these right here are gold tone. They are not sterling silver, and they're not gold plated or anything like that. They're just gold tone with glass beads. So, I will specify that, which I don't have many like that. But there are some that I think look better in gold, and green is one of them that I think looks better in gold. Those do. So I'm just debating on what to do, but that's what I'm working on right now. I'm really enjoying it, and I've got 2 weeks to get it done. Like I said, I just found out about this vendor event last week and decided to go ahead and do it. My second thing I'm curious about how I'm going to do it is from the vendor event, if the item sells, going back and removing it from either eBay, TikTok, Etsy, my personal site of Stage Treasure Trove, going back and adjusting the quantities of them. So I'm not sure how I'm going to keep up with my individual sales that day, because it's one thing if I'm slow and I can easily write them down, but if I'm swamped, I'm not going to have time to say, give me 1 second to write that down, give me 1 second to take a photo of that, give me 1 second. I'm just not going to have that opportunity, and I'm not going to hold up my customers for that. So that's something that's I'm trying to think about how to do. So if anybody has any suggestions on that, the best way to adjust my inventory afterwards, and track it afterwards, that would be a great thing. I mean, right now I'm individually packaging every one. I didn't do this prior because I like to package it when I mail it. I don't usually put it on this type of backing. I usually like to, do it more personal and put it in an individual little box with a little personal note and stuff like that. But I'm not doing it on this vendor event. So I had to go off and buy more packaging and stuff like that, more materials to package them up in, and it's just a lot to do. So I'm trying my hardest to get a little bit done every day. And, I'm definitely going to take y'all the day of the vendor event and let you know how it looks once it's set up. They said be there at 5 a.m. It doesn't start till 8 a.m. and it is on a Sunday, so that worries me a little bit. Like, how many people are going to be in church and it'll just be dead the first of the morning? But you never know. Maybe people will be out bright and early shopping. So I hope that's one of the things as well. And I hope it goes great. Y'all pray that it goes well for me. I really want this to take off. Ever since I left my job and my husband works full time, I would love to be able to stay home and do this full time. I love doing it. I mean, I absolutely love making jewelry. And I want to expand in more unique jewelry than just this type. I'd like to do a hands-on metal and, just really creating it. I love making jewelry. I find it very relaxing and soothing, and y'all pray that this goes well for me. And if you're local or not even local and want to travel to Martinsburg, West Virginia, I would love to see you there. So y'all please wish me luck. Comment down below if any suggestions you have, how to track my quantities, different things I could do instead on the displays. Just let me know what you think, and I'd love to hear back from y'all. Talk to you later. Have a great day. And I hope everybody had a wonderful 4th of July, by the way.